at a time when we are seeing a lot of other, premier institutions starting their IPM program. So, in a nutshell, can you explain the IPM curriculum that is at NALSAR University of Law?
Well, if you look at our curriculum, I'm sure all the attendees who have were present here, they must have gone through our curriculum, which is available in our website. And one thing might be coming as a matter of interest that in many places we have been talking about level 5 leadership. So before we look at the curriculum, I would like to tell a few lines about what is level 5 leadership and why we are so much emphasizing and why we are making it different than other premier B schools who have come up with this integrated program in management. And we have been emphasizing, and our tagline, which always says that be future ready. And why all these things that we have been talking about, which no other institutes or places who have started this, they have been talking about. So leadership is something which makes or breaks an organization. And there are different labels of leaders which have been found through various decades of research. And there are two great books. One is Built to Last and one is Good to Great by Jim Collins, who conducted research on over 400 companies to find out that what kind of leaders make an organization successful. Leader doesn't mean someone who is sitting at the top of the company. Leaders means the people who are there, who are managing the company. And the label 1 leader is someone who is considered to be the one who just contributes his or her bit to the company, but is not a good team player. When you move to label 2, you are a team player. You know that you contribute more or better than what you would have contributed alone. And label 3 leader is someone who is an effective manager who knows delegation of power, planning, organizing, monitoring, and all those things. And when we move to label 4, someone who does things so well that the organization starts getting to the top of the industry, gets great market share, does very well. But these leaders, they place their own image, themselves, more than the company. That means when the question of projecting themselves comes, they project themselves first than the company. They want their company to do well, but they would like to take credit for everything that has been done.
Sir, could you come closer to the mic? There's a request from the participants. Could you come closer to the mic?
Yeah. Okay. And label 5 leadership is someone who wants to take their organization to great heights while giving credits to everyone, all in the team. Whenever there is some success, label 5 leader attributes that success to other people's contribution. Whereas when there is a failure, label 5 leader takes the blame on himself. As an example, if we look at our Indian context, and if you're thinking about a level 5 leader, MS Dhoni is considered to be a level 5 leader. All the time, when MS Dhoni became the captain of Indian team, we were not doing really well. He could create such a situation where he started appreciating, he started giving credit to all other players for every time India won a match. And through his leadership, he could take India to the top. Even in organizations also, such leaders are essential. And as far as level 5 leadership is concerned, these are the people who are required for the future. We never knew, like till 2019 December, we never knew that such a pandemic will come. Such kind of situation will happen. And if you look at different type of companies, if you look at the financial performance, if you look at the other performance, sales and market share, many of the top companies are not doing well. They are not doing well. Many of the companies even have closed down their shutters. They had no problem with money earlier. They had no problem. They had no problem with funds. They had managerial resources. They had everything in their hand. Still, they could not do well. What we are basically looking at is that level 5 leaders are the ones who are empathetic, who are compassionate, who understand the ground reality and can take everyone in the company along with them to progress. It is not just a question of firing and hiring and shutting down and all those things. That is not what we intend to have. And level 5 leaders should be adaptive to any kind of situation and can make the company survive. And if we look at our curriculum, you will find you can compare our curriculum with other schools' curriculum who are offering this IPM course. We are offering earlier, also the one who have introduced recently. If you look at this, we have been infusing these kind of attributes into our students right from term one. You look at different courses in starting from term one, from constitution and business, personality development, history of business, environment management, business ethics, Indian heritage and culture, human values, society, sustainability, corporate etiquettes, image management, bottom-up pyramid, entrepreneurship, critical thinking, social entrepreneurship, environmental law, frugal innovation, and gender justice. These are few of the courses which you can see, which are there in our curriculum, which is completely different than what others offer. We want our student to be empathetic. We want our student to be compassionate managers so that they can take on any challenge in the future. And that is how our curriculum is different than others. Any other thing?
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. This has actually given. Okay, sir, Murthy sir, there's a request coming up. Could you please mute your mic for a minute? I request all the panelists to mute their mics because I'm told there's some disturbance coming up. Yeah. So my next question to Murthy sir is: we have, ladies and gentlemen, we have Professor YVR Murthy. He's a senior professor from Finance Department. So Murthy sir, my question to you is: we know that our curriculum is unique. We are designing to infuse level 5 leadership skills in this disruptive business world. So may I understand, why do you think the confluence of law and management is essential for today's world that has moved from differentiation to disruption? May I understand the rationale behind this merger of law and management?
A very good evening to all my fellow panelists as well as the students. Am I audible to you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please go ahead, sir.
One second.
Sir, please come closer to the mic while you're speaking.
Am I audible to you?
Yes, sir. Please go on.
Yeah. Fine. See, if at all there is anything which is closer to doing business, it is law. Let me explain this in detail. For example, if a person wants to do a business, usually business is done by manufacturing a product and selling it to the customers, isn't it? Now, can you start manufacturing any product? Right now, it's not just India. Most of the countries are having problem of shortage with the vaccine for COVID. Suppose for any strange reason, if they are good enough to get the method to prepare vaccine, not by your R&D, but somehow you manage to get it from some other company which is already manufacturing it. Can you manufacture the product and sell it to the public? You cannot, definitely, because you are prevented from doing business with a product for which someone else is already having patents, isn't it? So when you want to think about doing a business with a product, that's where your interaction with law starts. So you shall know whether you are authorized to do such a business or not. Next thing, okay, let's agree that you want to start manufacturing a car. Well, you are permitted. But what about the shape of the car? Can you copy the shape of the car of a company which is already manufacturing it? No, you can't even use the same design because that is also protected in the form of intellectual property right. Leave aside the product and its shape. Even for that matter, you can't name your company which very closely resembles an existing company. Even that is also not permitted. Okay. Now, when you want to start your business, let's say you want to come out with a totally unique name, unique product which nobody is doing. All right, you are permitted. But what sort of business structure suits to your business plans? Whether you want to start it as an individual or you want to start it in partnership with another person or with a company as a joint venture or as a cooperative society, don't be under impression that cooperative societies do not do business. They also do business. One such classic example is the well-known brand called Amul. Right? Now, if you want to start a business in the form of a partnership, the laws that are governing you are totally different. The administration with which you get your license is different.
Could you please come closer to the mic? There's a repeated request coming up.
I hope I am audible enough. Am I not?
Yes, sir, but could you please be a little louder?
In fact, I'll try my level best.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is it absolutely fine?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Similarly, when you want to raise funds for your business, quite often your own money may not be sufficient to run the business. So either you have to borrow funds or you have to admit someone else as your shareholder by offering shares. When you are touching someone else's money, okay, when you are touching someone else's money, there is a possibility that you may cheat that person. So your financiers, your investors shall be protected. So you shall know the rules governing to raise funds. Right? And next, very often we see the advertisements of Zenduvam, etc. Why don't you see advertisement of certain other life-saving drugs? A drug which saves the life of a cancer patient or a heart patient? Because law doesn't permit companies to come out and advertise for their products in certain category. Only certain category products called OTC, over-the-counter products. They can have the advertisements for their products. Similarly, did you ever see the advertisement related to any tobacco product or alcohol product? No, they are banned. But if this is the case, as a businessman, what do? You need to popularize, advertise your brand. So what are you doing? You are choosing an alternative way. You are taking the same brand name, let's say the case of number one Yari, etc. But instead of advertising for your alcohol products, you are probably advertising for your club soda or CDs, whatever it may be. Right? So you shall know what law permits, what law doesn't permit. Only then you will be able to popularize your product, your brand name within the ambit what is permitted by law. Okay, this list goes on. Even for, let's talk about investments. My subject area, finance. Suppose if you want to invest, you are a fund manager. So what are your duties? You are collecting funds from public and investing that money elsewhere. But if you are collecting funds from a follower of Islam, you can't invest on a company of your choice because there is something called Islamic index. You need to follow the Sharia law to understand where to invest, where not to invest. Right? So, if you are in profits or if you are in losses, what are your obligations? Even when you decide to close your business also, let's say your business is going on absolutely well, you are minting money. So what is to be done with your profits? Not else. Unfortunately, if someone's business is not going on well, right? All those who lent money now, they want to take that to a court of law and wants to find a solution. So there is a procedure how to close, winding up of the operations, or how to transmit this company to next level in the form of complete sale or whatever, whether it can be merged with a better performing company, all these things. So starting from the idea inception stage to winding up of a company, business means law. The other coin, the other facet of the same coin of business is nothing but law. Right? So if you have to do anything, that shall be only within the ambit of law, whatever law permits you. So the beauty of this particular program is it doesn't teach you it doesn't teach you just what is business, what is finance, what is marketing, what is HR. No, not. It doesn't end there. It tells you how to do your business under the prism of law. So what is permitted in India? What is not permitted? How to know all these things? Whom to approach? You have so many questions to answer. I'm very confident that this program will answer all these questions with a proper emphasis on the blend of both business management and law. I just saw in the chart that someone asked whether we will have FAQs or not. Yes, there are FAQs after we speak. Once we are done with the panel, we are very happy to take questions from all the participants. If you have any doubts, you are most welcome to ask us. We will definitely answer your queries.
Thank you so much, Murthy sir. Moving on, Ashish sir, may I understand, and if you can elaborate, what are the strengths of the IPM program at NALSAR? So, what do you think are essentials to know about our program for the participants here? Please unmute yourself.
Okay. Strengths of any program always depends on the kind of faculty that the department has, the infrastructure, the brand of the organization, because it all depends. Recruiters and other people, they look at the graduates, and while they look at the graduate, they also look at the brand of the organization or university, and also the locational advantage. And as far as faculty is concerned, we in fact have the best in class in this country. with our faculty who are educated within top places in India. Also, they are educated in top universities in the world. Some educated in Europe, some educated in North America, and also they have worked in different parts of the world, so they have rich experience to bring into the classroom. So we definitely have great faculty reservoir with us. And as far as the brand is concerned, in fact, the brand NALSAR doesn't require any introduction to the academic world. In just 20 years of its existence, it has reached to the top, and NAC has given the university a rating of A++, which is in the top echelon of all the categories. So the brand image itself attracts a lot of recruiters, and along with the recruiters, also we get a lot of industry leaders who are really interested to come and talk to the students. Plus, you name the celebrities, you name the top political leaders, thought leaders, the journalists, the civil society activists, not only from India but from anywhere in the world. They have come and delivered, interacted with the students in NALSAR University of Law. So this is what the brand image of NALSAR is all about. And as far as location is concerned, locational advantage, Hyderabad is one of the most ideal location for any B school, because the kind of industrial cluster that we have, it is one of the best in the country. Hyderabad and Bangalore, they are considered to be in the top 10 as far as industry cluster is concerned. And the city is connected all over the country by rail, road, and air. But while we are talking about the people coming to NALSAR from all over the country, we also are happy that because there is a good international connectivity, if you are walking in the NALSAR University campus, you will find students coming from North America, students coming from Europe, from Africa, from other parts of Asia, who come to complete their studies or pursue their career further by reading in NALSAR University of Law. So this is the kind of strength that the university has, which is actually backing up this IPM program. So this program has all this strong backup.
Thank you so much, Ashish sir. Murthy sir, my next question is for you. So, what do you think can be the opportunities for a management student who is finishing his management in a law university? What do you think can be the opportunities that he would be landed up with?
Very good, and very interesting question. Uh, See, we need to understand the uniqueness of this program. So far in India, you have seen only institutes which are having very high reputation technology field, like IITs, coming up with management programs. But there are very few institutes which are offering management program with a blend of law, not just a touch of law, the proper blend of law. And if one can take a bit of time and have a look at the complete course map, we understand that we have included courses like data analytics, business research, and all. So this gives you a chance to enter into a very wide range of business sectors, not confined to one particular. If I just have to tell you where are our alumni are currently working, they are working in top consultancies like Ernst and EY. They are there in the manufacturing sector, top companies. They are there in financial services. If you name a sector, they are already there. But having said that, because of the uniqueness of this program, you can even widen your scope. If you look at what is happening in India these days, if we are talking about big companies today, whether it is Infosys or ATM, once they were nothing but a startup, isn't it? Now, most of the startups are started by technocrats. They lack the legal angle of the business, right? So, students, after completing this particular program, will can expect opportunities coming not just only from the traditional sectors, but even from the startups. And for that matter, I won't be surprised if a good number of the students after completing coming up with their own ventures, because the program is designed in such a beautiful way that they'll be exposed to the management angle, to the legal angle, as well as business development. So they can enter into the areas of management consultancy, or they can join any service sector or even manufacturing sector. I hope I answered your query.
Yes, thank you so much, sir. Ashish, sir, we'll wrap this up with one last question for you. So, the program is for 5 years, and we have 4 internships in place. So, may I understand the importance of these 4 internships in the program? Please unmute. Yeah.
In a regular MBA course, typically one internship is provided in the summer, that is between first and second year. Um, that's because they have already graduated from some place and they have their own view of the world by taking internship during their graduation in different places. Here, for this uniqueness of this IPM integrated program in management is, as we have been all along talking about, is to make students future ready and make them more empathetic, more compassionate, create level 5 leadership, nurture it. So what we have planned is the first internship that we have planned is for all students to go through internship in a social sector, be it an NGO, be it a cooperative society, a collective enterprise, or maybe a social enterprise, where social values, social requirement are having a bigger priority than profit. So, and in these sectors, when these young minds, and see that this is put in the very first year, immediately after first year, they are going for this internship. So the students who have come after +2, a very young mind will be exposed to the ground reality, what is happening in the real world. And when they work with NGOs, when they work with cooperative societies, they will understand that it is not that rosy corporate world all the time. Okay, they have to also, when they might be working in top corporates later on, but if they are exposed to the ground reality, they will think of the ground reality, the people who are getting affected, the society, the environment, when they are taking decision, when they are working in corporates. The second internship that we are proposing, which we have scheduled, that is after second year, is in a startup. Typically, what happens in a startup, there are very few people. It may be just the entrepreneur who has started the company, and maybe one or two people who are going to assist him or her. And these 2 or 3 people are doing all the functions. They will be doing operations, they will be doing marketing, they will be taking care of finance. So it will be a multifaceted job for few people. And when our students are exposed to that kind of situation, they work closely with these people. It will be easier for them to understand every functions of an organization and how to optimize. And when there is a startup, we have all resource constraints. So how to optimize on those resource constraints, our students will learn it better. So once they are through with this social sector as well as startup, the next 2 internship we have been putting in corporates, existing corporates, where they will work hand in hand with other employees on different projects. So their journey will be complete and when the fourth internship is complete, they know what social sector is, they know what society is, they know what startup is, and they know what corporate is. That will make their learning a 360-degree learning. I think that answers the question.
Thank you so much, sir. I request all the audience to, type the message in the chat box there. So I have one question coming up. So how is IPM at NALSAR different in terms of curriculum, internships, different from IPM and IPM? So we've just answered it. So this is the unique program. This is one of a kind program that is aiming to produce level 5 leaders. So that is what we have mentioned. And this is one of the very few law schools which has a full-fledged management department, which works holistically on management. So we have a curriculum that has shades of philosophy, humanity, law, and also management. So this is the uniqueness of this program. So we've just mentioned it. So why should one choose IPM and NALSAR over B schools? Is the second question that I've just gotten. Uh, 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 Ashish sir, would you want to answer this question? Why should one choose IPM and NALSAR over B schools?
Well, we have already told that what kind of leaders that we want to make. Okay, and how different our curriculum is, how unique we are. And the main advantage of being in the top B school, where this integrated program in management is being conducted, you will have better knowledge about social justice, environment, empathy, and all other factors, which will make you a much better leader, which will make you adaptive to future environment, which will make you adaptive to all the challenges that might come in future. We are not just telling you that how you will excel in big corporate world. We are not going to tell you what kind of hire and fire policy that you should adopt, how to enhance the shareholders' wealth. That should be your only motto. That we are not actually focusing on. We are looking at holistic development for the students, and through these students, we are also looking at holistic development of the society in the future.
I hope we have answered your question. Any other questions, please keep them coming. Is there any specialization in finance? Murthy sir, I think you're a better person to answer this question.
Well, finance is categorized into three different ways: public finance, corporate finance, and personal finance. If you go through the course map properly, you will understand the fact that you have the students who take admission will have a chance to learn both corporate finance as well as personal finance. So corporate finance in terms of financial management, how to raise funds and use funds on behalf of a business organization. And also when businesses are going through a variety of restructuring activities like mergers and acquisitions, how the process needs to be done, evaluation part of business, and how to make and manage investments, the portfolio management, as well as personal financial planning. These are offered as the specialization courses to the students who are opting for finance elective. Having said that, if we look at the jobs where one can get these days, by virtue of the population that we have in India, banking, insurance, investments, and other financial services is the largest industry in India in terms of business as well as employment. So, a course on financial services, institutions, and markets is offered as a common course to all the students. So this course is offered not just to students who are opting for finance in terms of elective, but to all the students when they enter into their fourth year, so that they will get exposure to a range of financial services and they may end up getting a job either in marketing function or as a business analyst or as HR executive in these sectors also. So we have covered both corporate finance as well as personal finance in our program. I hope I answered the query. If there is any subsequent query also, I can take it.
Thank you, sir. So we have been getting questions. Yeah. So there's one question on 3 years and 5 years. So we give a voluntary exit option after 3 years, and then the BBA students will join the MBA students, and then they continue the program. So that's the answer. And sir, can you kindly elaborate on the course map? Ashish sir, will you take this question?
Course map, of course, in the BBA, in the first 3 years, you will be going through more of generalist kind of paper with some courses on different aspects of management, on finance, on accounting, on operations, on IT and all. But along with that, also you will be having some courses which will have specialization, not exactly specialization, but focus to infuse some of the qualities that will take you to level 5 leadership, like the courses of human values, society sustainability, bottom up pyramid, emotional intelligence, design thinking, critical thinking, gender justice, and so on. And once your BBA is complete and you move to MBA, the courses will be, the rigor will be more on specific management courses, where in the first year, you will be going through the core courses of marketing, core courses of operations on IT, on HR, on OP, and other things. And in the fifth year, you will be going for your specialization. The specialization can be on finance, on operations, depending on your preference, and also it doesn't mean, so I might be preferring on HR, but if my scores on fourth year and in the initial BBA period, I'm not doing quite well in HR, maybe the university authorities, the counselors, they might advise you which specialization might be suiting better for you. But there are bouquet of specialization in the fifth year which you can choose from. And here we are little different than other B schools because we offer some specializations like corporate governance and other things which are usually not offered in other B schools, even in top tier IIMs. So that is how we are a little different.
I would just want to add a point. In addition to these courses that Ashish sir has just mentioned, we are also emphasizing a lot on philosophy and psychology. So this is something unique, and this is not seen in many of the other IPM programs. So, sir has also just mentioned about how NALSAR offers courses on corporate governance, court management, and business regulations, which is again not seen in many other B schools. Is it completely residential program? Oh, yes, it is completely residential. In this time of COVID, studying from Hyderabad, yes, this is due to COVID situation. We cannot comment on anything right now because everything is in a fluid state. So we will be updating you on these things as and when we get some adequate information. And so what's the ideal qualities expected by NALSAR while they admit a student? Murthy sir and Ashish sir, I leave this question to you. Ideal qualities that you expect. Ashish sir, yeah, Murthy sir, yes.
May comment?
Yes, sir.
Sir asked this, I think it is Mr. Vamsi, let me appreciate that part first. Not just here at NALSAR, any way, a teacher expects the student to have zeal for learning. At NALSAR, we aim for learning, not just teaching. Ours is a learning-centric model. It is not that we are just teaching, but the students are not learning. If that is the case, the objective of teaching gets defeated. So, my dear friends, not just here at NALSAR, anywhere, you must be a good learner. How can you be a good learner? It's very simple. Fall in love with the program in which you are taking admission. If you fall in love with cricket, I guess by now a very good number of you are aware that Virat Kohli and his wife have already mobilized more than 11 crore rupees, right, to fight against COVID. You are aware of this already. How come? Because you love cricket. If you love cricket, you love Virat Kohli and you follow very meticulously. Similarly, if you love this program, then what is to be done? You need to open your eyes wide open and then start observing what is happening around you in terms of businesses. Which are the new avenues that business houses are considering to do business? Whenever situations are against them, how are they responding? You shall very keenly observe all these things. Otherwise, students may end up getting just degree. But what we expect is our students shall end up getting degree as well as a knowledge which they can readily implement. So, fall in love with the program, be a keen learner. We are not asking you to don't watch cricket, but don't watch highlights after watching a live cricket match. Use the same 24 hours which everyone else is also having for a productive purpose. That's what we are aiming at. So, friends, our program and the delivery of the program, undoubtedly, it is a rigorous model. So, students shall be ready to put in that academic rigor. Okay? What we can ensure is, at the end of the day, is happiness and satisfaction. So, fall in love with the program and be ready to undergo any kind of rigor. I hope I answered this question. If Professor Ashish sir wants to add anything, most welcome, sir.
I think you answered it to the point. So,
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. So the next question is, do you have agribusiness specialization? I'm so sorry, we don't have an agribusiness specialization. So if class 12 board, so I've asked that question to be directed to our email ID. So Divya, I request you to send it to our IPM admissions@nalsar.ac.in. Could you please outline fee structure, loan facilities, and scholarship programs, if any? Ashish sir or Murthy sir, whoever would want to take this question, please take this question.
May I, sir?
Yes, sir.
NALSAR University of Law provides scholarships to meritorious students having financial problems. Okay. So the policies are common to all the students of NALSAR, irrespective of which program that they are opting for. These rules are clearly mentioned in nalsar.ac.in website. Okay. So rest you can find them on our DOMS website also. If you still have any specific question, you can reach out to our admission team. But yes, we do have scholarship policies in place.
So I hope you have answered this question. We have another question coming up from Shivam Agarwal. Any chances of hiring by law firms for the IPM students from NALSAR?
There are like the students who pass out on corporate governance. We do have MBA, regular MBA course since 2013, and some of our corporate governance students, they have been they have been hired by some of the top law firms in the country. But right now it is very premature, because if you're joining this year, it's 5 years down the road. So it might be possible that there might be quite a big chance of getting into a law firm. But if not law firm, there are corporates who also pick up students who will be working with them on corporate governance and other area, if you are taking that specialization. Right now it would be quite premature. What is the percentage? What is the chance? What is the probability that students will be hired by law firms? But if we are looking at the history, yes, some of the MBA students who are also working in law firms.
Any other question, ladies and gentlemen? Please type in the chat option here. So 5 years is too long for us to comment on the placement scenario. So, but our past experience suggests that all the students are picked by various sectors. So we can't pinpoint on one thing. We are hired by banks and financial services. We are hired by service industries. We are hired by law firms. We are hired by manufacturing setups. So there's a whole suite of companies and options available. What are the placement records of the MBA program in NALSAR, which is already running in NALSAR? Ashish, sir, you want to take this question? So your mic is muted.
That you can already it is all our placement records are there in our website, which you can go through, and we have been for last several years. We started in 2013, and if you find our students, they are working in top corporates in this country. Some of them have, it's just about 8-9 years we are there, but many of our students, they have reached to middle level, and some of them also have reached senior level of management in some top corporates. And we have been also for last, even in spite of pandemic, even in this year also, we have managed, because as you know, because of this pandemic, a lot of recruiters, there was a problem for recruitment, and there are problems. A lot of companies, they felt that because the sales were declining, they will not recruit this year. So if you look at the average placement scenario in the country, the placement average placement the package and all, they have come down. But in spite of that, if you look at NALSAR's MBA program, we have been maintaining the same. And we have this year also, we have gone for full placement. All the people who have passed MBA are placed through our placement department.
Thank you so much, sir. Any other questions? What about foreign placements? Yes, we have had foreign placements in the past. Maybe not this year, because the students were only not interested in foreign placements due to COVID situation. Any other questions? Please bring it on. We have 9 more minutes to wrap this up. SAT score can be accepted for NRI. We request you to write this query to our admissions team, and we will get this answered there. Any foreign tie-ups for higher studies? You can also check our website on this. We have quite a few collaborations. We do encourage foreign tie-ups. Does NALSAR offer the semester exchange opportunities? You, as I've just mentioned, please refer to the website. You can find options of this there available there. So any other questions, ladies and gentlemen? Please let us know. Will this course have equal credibility as a 5-year law course in NALSAR? Sir, you would want to take this question, Murthy sir?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, sir.
Understand the nomenclature of the program itself. It is not BALLB offered by NALSAR Law Department. This is BBA MBA offered by NALSAR Management Department. So, barring the question of practicing as an advocate, you are getting a graduate as well as postgraduate degree from us. So you are eligible to appear for any government job that doesn't specifically require law degree. Okay? So this is not a law degree. This is a management degree, but with a perfect blend of law. As I said, not just a touch of law, but with a perfect blend of law. Okay? Had it been almost on par with the LLB, this would have been a second section of that, another section of LLB. No, it is not. It is a management program with proper blend of law offered by the same NALSAR University. I hope I answered this question.
Murthy sir, how long have you been running MBA program and what is its ranking? So we have established our MBA program in 2013 and what is its ranking? Even the management department is actually, scoring high on various parameters, and it's regarded as one of the best management schools of United State of Andhra Pradesh. Sir, do we have clubs which conduct? Yes, NALSAR is also known for extracurricular and co-curricular activities. We conduct various programs to enhance all-round personality of the individuals and the participants here. So we have various clubs. Even the management students have various clubs, and they're always in a constant dialogue with corporate leaders, with civil society actors, with lawyers, with politicians, and also with thought leaders. So they do enhance a lot of skill that is required for the students to thrive in this very competitive world. How will these students be equated because the students are admissible through? So we do a normalization scheme. We have our own formula for this. So we will bring all the students from various competitive exams onto the same platform and then do the next rounds of admission process. I hope I've answered this question also. How is your entrance to MBA? Is it through CAT? So we do it through CAT, we do it through ZAT, we also take GMAT and GRE, and we also do our own admission test, that is NMIT. So you can refer to our website for more details on this. I hope I've answered this question also. Any other questions, ladies and gentlemen?
With your permission, may I add a bit on the ranking of the university?
Yes, sir.
See, our being a public university, I mean government university, we are not participating in any rankings offered by private agencies. But it is mandatory that we need to participate in national accreditation NAC rankings. This NAC rankings and scores are given to entire university, not for a specific program. Okay, so if NALSAR has secured the highest NAC score among all law universities, it is for the management program also. It is inclusive of management program. It is not just only for law program. Okay, so otherwise it is our university's decision not to participate in any private ranking surveys because it is a business for them.
So we have a question: is NALSA better than IPMAT Indore? We don't wish to answer that particular question right now. You are better. You are the better judge for this. What is the score for IPMAT a student needs to get selected? So this depends on the aggregate individuals. Any other questions? I hope I'm audible.
Now you are.
Okay. Yes, sir. So for further information, I want you to go through our understanding of the program. And for any other queries, we are always available. Please write to us at ipmadmissions@nalsar.ac.in. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. This is our time. We will see you soon in the admission process. Thank you so much. Thank you, Professor Murthy and Professor Panda.
Thank you for inviting us, and wish all the students to have a wonderful, bright future. Take care of yourself as well as your families.
We have one last query that has just come up, sir. Can science stream students also apply? Yes, you can apply.
Yes.
Of course, yes.
Yes. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a pleasure interacting with you all. You can write to us on ipmadmissions@nalsar.ac.in. I repeat, ipmadmissions@nalsar.ac.in. Thank you all. Thank you so much. See you soon.